like such.
You're welcome. This young man, I met him and I liked his furniture. So you guys, if you were there and you looking for good furniture, this gentleman here, he looks younger, but I've seen the nice things he does.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm by names of Mohamza Dixon. I deal in agribusiness.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
I'm by names of Onesimus Twasima. Me, my professional, I'm a senior pastor at Porter's Missionary Church in Chireheru, Timbarara, and being a leader. Okay, I'm leading 21 churches in Western Uganda, and being a leader, I decided to do business, to support the work of God, to support the members, church members, and we decided to deal with organic products. So we decided to start a company which is called Onesimo Health Care Products Limited, where we do value addition on organic products. For us, we deal with organic products in terms of doing value addition. So we have essential oils like rosemary oil. We have eucalyptus oil, cypress oil, chia seeds oil, African holy basil oil. We have different oils, essential oils. And we also have organic tea, like rosemary tea, like we have chia seed, no, we have okra tea, different ones. For us, we have managed to make 20 products. So we thank God because we are here, and through this connection of Imuka, I know we shall gain more. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Onesimus. When I talked to Onesimus on phone, I didn't know the person actually I was talking to. And it's good to see you.
Okay. Yes, thank you very much, Philip. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm called Sankara Vyaruhanga. I'm a team leader at Creative Campus. We are a social enterprise that is looking at working with startups in the East African region in 3 focus areas. We are looking at building tech community solutions. We are also looking at leveraging digital media to champion local content. And we are also looking at building capacity of startups through BDS support. So under digital media, for instance, this event is live on YouTube. That's part of the services that we offer. Any other event that you have, you're sure you're connecting it with the audience that is not here with you. But you're also visualizing the radio business. Of late, if you're listening to Cruise FM, those that are from here in Barara, we move in with the cameras to stream it. So that is to say, if you're in the radio talking about the shea butter and the likes, that very content goes live on the radio page, your page, and our page. And what that means is that it's no longer the fact that I'm going to go in a radio, talk and end, and the message goes. It now remains on record and in visual format. So people can still have your content even after you have actually addressed. Elsewhere, we have a number of tech solutions that we have. Swap, for instance, if you could see on the banner, Swap facilitates exchange of waste for finished energy products. in its essence, we are supposed to be exchanging anything for anything, service for a service, product for a service, in other terms, barter trade. So we have a number of them. In the interest of time, we can't go through all of them, but we are leveraging on technology to build community solutions. We are very glad that Imuka Access will be supporting us in terms of financial management, which has actually been a pain that we face as a startup. Thank you very much.
Before the lady comes in, Sankala here, he has mentioned on live streaming, but could you throw more light on which pages are we on? Where exactly are we live streaming?
So yeah, right now we are live on Imuka Access YouTube channel. You only have to go to YouTube now and search for Imuka, or we are going to give you a link and you could share with your people. Then we are also live on Imuka Access Facebook page, but also on our Creative Digital Media, also a YouTube channel. So you only need to go to YouTube and search for either Imuka Access or Creative, or we give you the link. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm Dana Kwakunda. I'm here on behalf of Premium Paint. I'm Dana Kwakunda. I'm here on behalf of Premium Paint. Yeah, Premium Paint, like any other paint, it is a company here in Western Uganda that is giving people services.
Premium Paint is headed by Godfrey Msims.
Yeah, Mr. Godfrey Msims.
Okay. I visited him too, an industrial area, or you call it industrial park. Industrial park. And you guys should check him out.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Karungi Maureen. I'm working with IGREC. IGREC is International Growth, Research and Evaluation Center. We do research in different fields. Okay.
This team, I just want you to mention your name, and that is all. Okay, so that we know your names, that's all.
Good morning. My name is Panji Al-Alam. I'm from the University of Chicago. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Wanyeze Ruth from iGreek.
Hello everyone. My name is Alice Nasasra.
Good morning, everyone. I'm called Esther Nakanwaj.
My name is Gumisiriza Medad. I work with iGreek.
Morning. My name is Chiveru Nicholas from iGreek.
Good morning. My name is Mzaya Joel Jesse, working with iGreek.
Good morning. I'm by the names of Gilbert Tusime Friday, working with iGreek.
Good morning. My name is Ava Sparrows, and I'm from the University of Chicago.
Someone will be talking about what iGreek does, so in a few minutes, and also Chicago in a few minutes.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm called Doreen Nsima. I'm here to represent agribusiness and real estate investments. For us, we deal in adding value to milk. We produce cheese, ghee, butter, and yogurt. We are located in Makenke, in a former Uganda Investments Authority. We are happy to be here with Imuka Access. We are glad we'll get some knowledge in financial management, which has been a problem in our company. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I also visited our company, and they produce good stuff.
morning. Bakashaba John Bosky is my name from Baxman Dairy Farm. We are into mixed farming. We are based in Kashari, and we have an incubation center whereby we are mentoring used to be future successful business people. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Cleophas Mogisha. I'm representing Kitara Hills Farm. I'm here on behalf of the financial administrator who is not around, but I'm the assistant. So we did in mixed farming, bamboo farming, rabbit farming, and other livestock. We have 15, a number up to 15 casual workers, then 15 salary earners. We have an incubation hub, and our interest is keenly on young people and women. Thank you very much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Edith Nwandinda, and I'm presenting Million Stars Health Products Company. We deal in herbal medicine production, and our aim is to make sure that we ensure good health. So we are located in Makenge in Mbarara Industrial Park. Thank you.
I have also visited 1 million star. There's a product that I saw, and especially for men. That's I came face to face with people who make it. It was interesting. It's a kind of a good bottle. So, men here, if you need that product, she's there. Most of the entrepreneurs here have visited you physically. Dixon Muhumza, yes, there. I'm sorry to use these words, younger man, because most of the people I'm seeing here, we are youth, okay? Younger men who have taken the initiative to expand. And Dixon is one of them. He has a variety of things. Esperance, I saw the products you're making. I was amazed in that place. I was very, very amazed. Doreen, Jessica, Doreen is there, Jessica is here. Jessica, her products, I also said them, very interesting products. For Katumba, I was a little bit not happy with you yesterday, but it's good that my colleagues enjoyed the products you're making. Where is I'm looking for another person here I haven't seen. I'm waiting for others to come. Anyone who hasn't introduced him or herself? Anyone here?
Thank you. Morning, everybody.
Morning.
I'm called General Tukahirwa. I'm from the company called IF Uganda Limited. It operates from here at Amazon, here in Mbarara. We are dealing with youth and women. We empower them, we skill them. We are dealing with hands-on skills. Hands-on skills. That's how we operate, and that's what we do. Thank you.
Hopefully, before you go back to Kampala, I would like to visit you and see your place very well. And if you haven't registered with us, you can see Maureen here. Maureen, could you please stand up? Anyone who hasn't registered, please, you can approach her table and sign up. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
My name is Oyesje Deusidedit, the founder of Dawn Farmers Center. At Dawn Farmers Center, we skill farmers, and exactly we deal in the sales of agrochemicals and farm equipment with a demonstration farm where we showcase our products and different agronomic practices so that farmers don't go wrong with their money. Thank you.
Good to see you, Deus. I struggled mentioning your name actually. Deus Edit. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Twesime Brenda. I'm the managing director, Magezi Energy. We are located along Kamkuzi and Tare Road. We deal in briquettes and energy saving stoves. Thank you.
Yes, good morning everyone. My name is Brian Kamsime and I work with Rwampara Millers. We deal in food production, most especially posho.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Anthony Amanya. I work with the College 22 Beverages Uganda Limited, commonly known as Rwampara Waraji. We manufacture both alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tugume Clever. I work with the Rwampara Millers. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kamkama Naumzarita, Finance Manager, Excel Hot Consult, Agribusiness Incubator, stroke AIN. Thank you very much.
I have also visited cows and I've seen the products they are making, and I would like to visit you again.
Good morning, dear entrepreneurs. My name is Kagudo Daniel, representing Island Banana Wine. We are located along Mbarabushenyi Road in Stock Farm. We deal in wine production. Thank you.
Anyone else who hasn't, we haven't talked to? Okay. Thank you everyone for letting us know you and you knowing us. Before we go on, Imuka Access believes in God, and we believe that everything was made by God. So I would request, since I've had as a pastor in here, to open this event with a word of prayer.
Okay, let's pray. Father, we want to thank you for this wonderful moment you have given us. We know there is a reason why we are here. Father, we pray that you come and you be a minister to us, speak with us, and open our hearts to receive whatever you have prepared for us. And we pray for our facilitators who are leading us in this session. Father, use them. And as we are winding, Father, we wind while glorifying your name. We pray all this through your Lord name, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Onesimus. I want to present to you two products because some of you have been talking about yours. Let me also talk about ours as Imuka, and then my boss will come and expand more on the other products. I'm presenting to you two products. One is the business modeling handbook. Also, my boss will expand more on this. This one goes for 50,000 shillings. Okay? My boss will expand more on it. And then we have business planning simplified. This one goes for 100,000 shillings. Also, my boss will expand on it. And if you're interested in the two books, you can find them on the table as you enter. Okay, at this time, I would like to also recognize the people, men and women, that has helped me to coordinate you people or entrepreneurs. I didn't know you, but I had friends who were helping me to look for you and reach you. I'd like to recognize Brenda. Brenda, forgive her, she's a baby. Then I'd like also to recognize Katumba. Thank you so much. I'd like also to recognize Jackie. Thank you so much. Am I forgetting any other that I've not seen? Okay, thank you so much, team. At this time, I would like to invite some of our partners that we've worked with to say a word, and then we'll proceed from there. I'd like to invite Jacqueline. As Jacqueline walks in, there's something I'd forgotten. It's a culture in Imbarala, that's why you had to do introductions like that. Whenever I visited, you have to introduce yourself and greet the people, otherwise the reception will not be good. That's the culture that I learned in Imbarala, where I come from. You just go straight and state your point. But here, in the Western, I think mostly, introduction is key to know who you are, where you're coming from, and even your family.
Thank you so much, Philip. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jacqueline Kansime Umwiza, and I'm very glad that at least most of you have turned up this morning. And I really, really thank God for this wonderful day. On the other hand, I'm the Southwestern Coordinator for USIA, which is Uganda Small Scale Industries Association, and Private Sector Foundation Uganda. So, and these are the bodies that really coordinate us, all traders in Uganda, I should say. Value addition, you may name it. Everyone here is entitled to be part of all those associations. And with our host for today, who is Imuka, it's not their first time to be in Mbara. They've been doing a lot of work towards making sure that at least are doing great and are well aware what is going on in different phases of the country. And on the other part of why we are here, I'm also part of you. I'm the CEO Royal Rich Investments. We are into finance and consultancy, that is business consultancy and legal, for all your legal paperwork when it comes to businesses. And also we do agro-processing and value addition in honey and spices. And I'm very much glad to have seen all the value addition people in the room. And I believe that by the time what Imuka has for us, everyone will have known each other. And you never know, your next client is your neighbor. So kindly coordinate, get to know who is seated next to you, and pay attention to what Imuka has for us today. And I would love to encourage you, whenever you're called upon, kindly, whether you're busy, you can at least send someone to represent, because you don't know what these people have for you. Every other day is a learning phase for all the entrepreneurs in the world. So don't, I believe that knowledge is power, and you can never stop learning. So every time you're called upon, kindly come or send a representative to come and represent you. At this time, I would like to hand over the microphone back to Philip. And yeah, let's hear what you have for us today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jackie. I'll tell you a simple story about Jackie here. I've been talking to Jackie on phone for the past, I think, 3 weeks, but I didn't know who Jackie was actually. So yesterday, she appeared here to represent her company, and I didn't know her. Can you imagine? So I was asked who this one is, and I said, I don't know. Until when she mentioned her name, I said, oh, this is Jackie. So it was an interesting story. I have something here. If this belongs to you, please approach the table there and pick it. It doesn't belong to me or to neither of my team, so kindly. If it belongs from IGRAC, Madam Emma.
Hello. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Immaculate Ayado is my name. I work with IGREC. IGREC is International Growth, Research and Evaluation Center. We are a local research company based here in Uganda, located in Kampala and Tinda. We do research and development programs, evident, come to life through research. So I would like to welcome you here. We are partners with Imuka, and we are conducting the needs assessment. For many of you, you've met me and my team who are seated at the back, and we are yet to meet more of you. It would be nice to meet more of you. So for anyone who has not done the one-on-one interaction with us, please meet any of us at the end of this session so that we have that interaction with you. Please do not leave without talking to us. We would like to know you more, and it is part of this program with Imuka. It is nice seeing you, and let's enjoy each other today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. At this time, I would like to invite my colleague, Mr. Roy Masiga Gako. The person you see here and the author of these books, who is going to expand more on the accounting and finance management system program from Barara. Roy is a team lead of Imuka Access. And for some of you who didn't know where we are located, we're in Kampala, inside Makerere University. If you enter through, if you know Makerere very well, it's on the western, you pass through the western gate, and through there, you'll be able to locate Imuka Access. Technology. Okay.
I hope you can all hear me. Can you all hear me? Am I clear? With the mic or without the mic? Both ways. Eh? Let me ask the technical team. Should I still use the mic? Okay. All right.
For the purposes of our online people, it would be better
right.
use the microphone.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning once again. People are dull. So for my interest, before we start, I'd like everybody to stand up. On our feet, on our feet. All right. I'm sure you know your name, correct? You know your name. You know your name. Choose your favorite name. Choose your favorite name. And hold your waist. So I want you to write your favorite name on your waist, using your waist. Okay? Can we go? Choose your favorite name. In Kampala. And we thought Mbarara should be another stop for this program. And I'm going to talk more about it. But Philip has been able to coordinate these activities here. And I think you are all here because one way or another he was able to reach out to you or to somebody who he knows. So thank you, Philip, for the coordination and making this possible. I'd also like to appreciate our partners who have supported us in one way or another. Jackie, thank you. Greg and team. Sankara and Creative Media and team. Thank you very much. We appreciate what you are doing. And I'm sure those who are not here with us shall be able to still access the information. Now, as Philip mentioned, when you want to know somebody, you need to first introduce yourself. So before we talk about the program, probably it's good for, I'm sure some of us, I think we were running a different program. I think, was it last year or last year but one? Last year but one, yeah. So we were here in Mbarara. We were at Ekai and Eit. But now, today we are here. So, I'll talk a bit about Imuka Access. I think you are seeing 3 faces. Correct? Aren't they exciting faces? When you see this image, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? I just need 3 answers. What comes to your mind? Yes, sir. Happiness. Yes, please. Access. Accessible. Any other? One last one? Yes, sir. Excitement. There was one more hand the other side. Yes, please. Must stand. Okay? Interesting. Eh? Hey, I need a translator. They're enjoying. Yes? There is a connection between the 3. There is a connection between the 3. I think I'll use that to introduce Imuka. I am sure locally you know what Imuka stands for. Don't you? Do you have Imuka in the local tongue? What does it mean? Standing. Standing. Rise. Awaken. Yeah. That is basically what Imuka is all about. And you'll find everything we do is aligned with trying to help and see entrepreneurs accomplish their dreams. But sometimes the dreams are too small, so we also like to dare entrepreneurs to think bigger. And probably that's what you'll get to know more about us. So Imuka is basically a development link. We are keen to support people to develop, okay? And our core areas are development support, business development support, that is geared towards helping you access money. Now, our aim is for you to grow as far as you think you can, or as far as your dreams in your heart are. I don't know if that makes sense. So we mainly focus on expansion stage business. Businesses that are thinking big. Maybe you started with your small packing machine and you feel you now want to have a big factory, or you want to have a bigger facility, or you want to expand and supply the whole East Africa or Africa, or you want to supply, you know, we like those kinds of entrepreneurs. To us, we are the people who you can work with because we like those people challenge us, and they are the ones we can easily work with. When your dream is small, it's very difficult for us to work with because it's very easy for us to make it possible. But when it is wide, we are able to organize and guide you. And the question you will ask me is how? We work with various partners, both local and international. So it is a development link. We work with experts, locally and internationally, and we also work with financiers and investors, both locally and internationally. And through that, we are able to make you access the technical support and also the financing to accomplish whatever you yearn to achieve. I don't know if I've simplified what we are. So we target expansion stage. If you are not looking at expanding, you are in the wrong place. I think you are in the wrong place. We like people who are thinking, how can I be bigger? How can I support more? How can I conquer Uganda? How can I conquer East Africa? If you are in that direction, then we can start those discussions. And that is what our path is really all about. And our mission is really to make it easy, because it is not easy currently, to make it easy for entrepreneurs to conveniently access this kind of support and financing to actually achieve their growth potential. And we do it, we are using our platform, but we also work with partners. We believe in collaboration. About me, briefly, probably, I've been in the business of supporting entrepreneurs for over 10 years. And we've done different programs here and also in Africa. We've also gone out of Uganda to see what other people in Europe are doing. And what amazes us, and probably that is what inspired Imuka to exist, is you would go, for example, to Europe, and somebody is on his third year. I don't know how many businesses are year 3. Some of you are year 10. So somebody is in business year 3. He is talking about, he's in Europe, he's expanding to Asia, Brazil. That's South America. That's another continent. He's expanding to Asia. These are continents. Here, you may be in year 3, you are not even thinking beyond the district of Mbarara. Not even the country Uganda. Now we thought there is a very big difference in thought and approach. And that is why sometimes we keep on complaining, but these Indians, these Chinese, they have come, they have taken my market. But you'll find that the way they approach the business is just different. And it's that thought process that we thought, can we help the dreamers, the guys who want to take a bigger slice of the market to actually achieve these goals? And that is what Imuka is all about. And that is our expertise. So I'm business modeling and scaling expert, focusing refining your business approach and helping you scale. And that's my expertise. And we've done it in various programs, as I said, both locally and internationally. And to help entrepreneurs, because you cannot all meet us. Neither can we. We are also trying to help experts support more entrepreneurs. And that made us compile some handbooks to support experts, but also entrepreneurs who feel they can guide themselves. So we have a business planning simplified book. So this book is, some of you are entrepreneurs, but everything is in your head. You have 10 employees, but they have no idea what your vision is. Everything is in. When you die, you die with it. Exactly. So this helps you put your thoughts in an organized manner. When you finish using this book, usually it is a bankable plan, because the components that we have put are understood by you, your team, and also, if you want, investment. So we look at components that most of these technical financials always look at, or the questions that they ask. And those are the things that we've organized. And usually when you get this book, we also have to send you a template. And then you can send and our team can review and just ensure that. So it is to help, because I don't know how cheap it is to make a bankable plan here, but this is an opportunity where you can save and still get something. So this is a handbook for developing a simplified bankable plan that you can understand. Sometimes you go to an expert to write for you and you even don't understand what is there. You cannot explain, but this helps you to put your idea in order. And we've tested it with even those ones who have not studied, who have not gone far in education. And they have even accessed different forms of financing, microfinance, support center, and so many others. Yeah. So just know it is there, whether today or in the future, or still we can always access. Then, as I said, we are looking at businesses to expand. Now, when you start expanding, the mind you use to start is usually a different mind you need to scale and expand. How you look at things need to be different. So we developed a handbook to help you refine your business idea. Sometimes you are thinking, you are not sure, how do you make the right decision? So this is a handbook to support you in the thinking process or refining your business idea. And we've also given you different examples in the end. Some of the top global brands, Coca-Cola, Zoom, the ones that have withstood the test of time or are actually trending in the market, so that you can see how they approach the market. And probably you can be inspired in terms of how you can refine your business. And for those ones who want to pitch, we also have a book, but it's not here. Pitching to investors. I think that's where we met Jackie. We've been running a program called Pitch Fest, where we used to identify entrepreneurs who want to access money from investors and would want to pitch before them. So we would come different places, identify unique ideas, and sort of panel beat them before we present them to investors. So that is, you'll notice everything is aligned towards scaling. I hope that gives you an idea what Imuka does. This is an example of an entrepreneur, but he had put together a youth cooperative and they had started a business initiative. And he had never known what it means to talk to investors. But here, as you can see, he looks very sharp with a lot of details. And he actually attracted finance. So we help both your ability to communicate, what do you need to communicate, and also how to make your business. I know most of you go to weddings, don't you? You go to weddings. You normally see the bagole. They are always looking very sharp. Eh? Usually under a normal day, you may not want to go and shave for 20,000. But during his wedding, he will look for the one who shaves for 20,000. Why? I don't know. And also for makeup, usually you may not want to go for somebody who may charge, but for the wedding, even if they told you 500 for the ladies, I'm sure you pay. Are we together? So, Imuka makes you look beautiful for financiers to give you money. That's also another way you can look at us. Okay. We've done different assignments with different organizations and partners. I think you can see some of them. Send a Cow, Chicago, as you can see, we are doing something. Curad, we've also come with Curad here in Mbarara, or at Forest Breeze. We did some activities there. Swiss Contact, SNV, Shona Group, International Trade Center, Africa Agribusiness Academy, PEDN, REBI, Renewable Energy Business Incubator. We actually run the accelerator of climate. So if you have climate relevant businesses, there are some programs we can connect you. UJEFA, I think some of you have participated in UJEFA, Uganda Green Financing Accelerator. We've also supported in those assignments. We've also supported entrepreneurs to access money or raise money. Maybe you know some of them, or you will probably get to know some of them very soon if you don't know them yet. The figures increased because we recently helped a younger bank to raise about 8 billion. Okay, let's go to why we are here today. Okay? Now, what do you see before you? Let's give him a name. Give him a name. Herbert. Here is Herbert. He is looking at the paper and he's just seeing a mabanja. Bills, electricity, water, and he's wondering, what next? Did I plan for this water bill? Did I plan for this kind of electricity bill? I didn't know that I'm supposed to pay this KCCA, local service tax. You know, there are different costs which come that when you start, you even didn't anticipate. You knew you were going to get your cash. And then now reality strikes. You get bills and you wonder, now what is this? Okay? Have we all been in that place? Or are we there? Some of us, are we there? You are still absorbing the... You are absorbing the shock, if I am to put it that way. So that is Herbert. Overdue bills. And a very good experience I've seen is we've supported some companies who mill. Who mill posho and whatever. Now, some of you, you have the idea of making posho. And you know that you can fabricate. Those of you who believe in fabrication, it is not bad. But what we ignore in fabrication is we don't look at the efficiency, energy consumption, and productivity. Now, we ignore those factors. When we install the machine, you find, yes, the motor is actually more powerful than the production you actually. So you go to places like Katwe. I think people know Katwe very well. That's where most of you tend to cheaply fabricate. Get the machine, it works. But it consumes more power than the production. Okay? So you'll find most of the entrepreneurs we've worked with, especially on milling, you'll find he's making, say, 80 million, which is good money, isn't it? In a month. And his electricity bill is 50 million. 50? You've not looked at others. Now, that is Herbert. He knew it was going to be straightforward. But there was a problem which he may not be able to figure out. Usually you figure out when things are at the extreme end. There is Herbert. I know some of us are in the shoes of Herbert. Who is that? Give him a name. Eh? There's James and John. You know, in the Bible they were brothers, so I don't know which one. We go with James. So that is James. James, the business is making, but he doesn't know where the money is going. The money is coming in, but he doesn't know where the money is going. We have sold, but where is the money? We are making money, but I don't see. We are making money, I'm not seeing the money. We are making money, I don't see the money. In fact, I am seeing more demand. People are demanding me more. Yet I'm making money. We've made 10 million, but I'm not seeing the money. So it's even cracking. But where exactly is this? Is it that somebody is stealing my products? Is it that I am selling at a lower price? Is it that somebody's... He doesn't know where the money is going. Some of you are in James' shoes. You don't know. The question is, do you want to know or you don't? Some of you are putting on the shoes of James. And they say if symptoms persist, see the doctor. Give him a name, please. Joy. John. Okay. It looks like John is a nice name. Okay. Here is John. John has got a big order, big deal. You call it deal, I've got a contract. The contract is going to generate him 1 billion. He needs, and they have given him timeline, he needs 400 million tomorrow, latest, to get that money. He's got the order today, he needs the money tomorrow, urgently. And I insist, urgently. Are we together? John has a very big order. It's going to change his entire life. It's what he has been praying for his entire life. The deal comes on his table. Then he starts scratching now. Okay, so what next? What next? That is where most of us go to the loan shark. Bring your land, you bring all the 10 titles. You need the money now. Boss, this will change my... You go and get your brother, your sister's title, your vehicle, you park them, all of them there. To get how much? 400 million. Isn't that what we do? And for whatever reason, sometimes it doesn't go. And many times, those urgent, quick decisions do not usually go. You shoot and aim later. You get the money, then you find, oh, there was this I didn't foresee. Big order, will change his life, needs money, urgently. Where will he get this money? Is he going to take that biggest risk to work with the loan shark? Is it the right decision? Will the loan shark take advantage of him? Because he is not sure. The loan shark simply, you want, okay, bring. He's not sure. Because I've seen you for the first time, bring everything so that I know that I am secured. I'm sure you've seen some of these people. Some of you are in their shoes. I don't know, but I know somebody. It may not be 400, but somebody is there trying to manage a loan shark. Every time you see a message, go. You said today at 8, you've not sent the money. Say, the day has not ended. Yeah? Sometimes those are the calls. Hey, now. Yeah? You cannot even think for the business. Give her a name. Stella. Stella. Here is Stella. She got a deal, got 5 million. Then got another one. As she's waiting for the 5 million, something else came up, 10 million. Then, and you know those small debts, they make a lot of noise. You know them, eh? She's looking at her papers there. All of them struggling. She's struggling. So which one do I prioritize? This one has called. This one is calling. This one is calling. Are some of you in Stella's shoes? You go at home, you cannot sleep. It reaches 2 p.m., you dream even the phone call. Eh? Give him a name. John. What is wrong with this? Eh?
He said Joy.
Joy? John. We give another name. Job. What is this with J? Okay, Job. Now, as your business grows, usually you find you went to register TIN number of your business because it is required. You didn't know about things to do with filing. You have no idea. Then suddenly on your email and your text message, URA has assessed. They don't know what is happening in your business. They say you owe us 100 million. We need that money. You don't know what happened. How did they come up with this figure? I've never even made 50 million. Now they're asking me for 100 million. Where is it going to come from? And you cannot object because you don't have evidence. You don't have how you have been recorded. You have a choice. Do I close? What? So, some of you, obviously you have, let me go and give them like a 5 million. Then the next time they come, let me give them like a 2 million. So it becomes, they become a parasite. They become what? Why? You do not have evidence. You cannot explain yourself. You have nothing to justify. So because you cannot justify with any information that actually you are supposed to pay them 2 million instead of even their 100 that they have assessed, since you have nothing in place, there is no way you can. So you have to go the other way, which sometimes many of us look at it as shortcut. But you may find you're actually spending more just to manage the fire. Some of you are in Job's shoes. I'm not sharing this because some of those things we've actually experienced. Okay? We've experienced personally. I'm not sharing with you from an expert point of view. I'm sharing with you from an entrepreneur point of view. Because some of these things I've seen assessments. I've received assessments. And that is why we are doing what we do. Now, these challenges should be very familiar to you. If they are not, then expect them. If they are not, then expect them. But if there is any symptom of all these people, and these are usually the symptoms: limited cash flow, or inconsistent. We are making money, we are not making money. Money is coming, you are not sure next. Okay? It's inconsistent. Now, since it's inconsistent, you do not know how you can plan. Should I buy more of okra? Should I buy less of raw material? You don't know. You cannot plan. Where should I put money? You buy the wrong stock, which stays in the store. The one that people want, you are buying less. Because you don't know. You don't have numbers. So, limited inconsistent cash flow, which you don't know. You cannot explain. You understand your business, but you cannot explain some things because you don't have the numbers. Budgeting. Okay? These bills that come, usually it's because you've not planned well. You've not planned well. You do not know even what you meet the bill on the go. Okay? You do not plan well. 3, you cannot prepare for unforeseen expenses. I anticipate that there's this cost which is going to come. We may spend fuel this amount, so can we plan for this if we are to get things? So you do not prepare. You do not prepare, but you also don't have the capacity to prepare. You do not, and you don't have the capacity to prepare. Insufficient capital. And that is where the loan sharks take advantage. So you don't have enough capital, you have an opportunity, you don't have systems in place, so you have to go to where it is the worst case scenario. Where rates are extremely high, you've discovered you need the money tomorrow, today. Excessive debt, because you've not planned. Oh, now I need 5 million today. Tomorrow you need 10 million. The 5 million is still there. The other day you need 20 million. So it accumulates. You think you are doing business, but you're actually sinking your business. Poor tax compliance. The program is not to put you in tax, but the program is to help you in case an assessment is sent. You have your way. You have your systems in place. Say, are you saying these are my costs? I cannot pay you. These are my needs. But if you don't have that, my friend, you'll have to look for money. Mixing business with the personal finances. Now, this happens to many. Now, you are making money. Now, since you are the MD, obviously you have the ability to pick whatever you want for whatever. My sister is having a hamburger. There. Katumwe 10 million. Sente zache? Money for business. Oh, my son is going to school. We are not saying you don't pay fee. Are we together? But is it the business role to pay the fee or your role? So you need to pay yourself a musolo, and from your musolo you? Now, most of us, the business will pay. Are we together? But you've not assessed. So there is no difference between you and the business. That is problem number 1. Now, where it becomes worse is you keep on pumping. You are making money. Maybe you are also working. You have a side hustle. Or you have another private business, another private consultancy which you do. You make 10 million, you put in the business 5 million. The next month, the business still needs 5 million. You still think, but you are not sure. But I have a business. It should be making money. Why is it that I keep on pumping, but you don't have visibility? Many of us are still pumping money into, but they are not seeing what is coming, and you don't have visibility because it is mixed. You and the business. Are we together? So you've not decided if you should pay yourself. And that denies you a lot of visibility. And obviously, you cannot access cheap money, or at least affordable money. If I was to compare, a loan shark is likely to charge you, usually they tend to charge 10% per month. Some even go as far as 20% per month. When bank loan is expensive, but they charge 17 to 25 a year. You cannot compare the two, correct? But the bank takes time to make a decision. Do you know why it takes them a very long time to make a decision? They do not trust you. They do not trust your systems. You do not have systems in place. Did you know that around 20% of the money the bank can give you is unsecured. Did you know that the bank can give you unsecured collateral? Most of you know that banks only give you money with collateral, isn't it? Did you know that your bank can give you money without collateral? I hope you understand now. Some of you may not have understood before. The collateral is for them to trust that at least worst case scenario we have this. Because they don't have any system they can trust. You are not running a system that they can trust. So basically you cannot evaluate, you cannot plan, you cannot make internal decisions, and you are also making it difficult for external decision makers who could potentially be your partners or financiers to come in. And before you, we present you a potential gift. We present for you a potential. Are you seeing the excitement? So, we have brought for you a gift. A gift. For those ones who have been through some of this, or who are in this situation, would understand when I say this is a gift. And that is the accounting and financial management system program. It is a gift for you. I don't know if any of you has attempted to raise, I don't know, let's say on the lower side, 1 billion. On the lower side, just 1 billion. As to raise, to get money from wherever, 1 billion. On the lower side. No, you are in Imuka, so you need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big. If you are not there, then the bus has started. We are starting to fire. So you need to join this bus. Okay? So, anybody attempted? Nobody. Yet. But I hope now some of you will have that appetite. So before you is a gift. And that is the accounting and financial management program. My colleagues, this is a gift. The reason why I asked that question is, whatever amount you want to raise, usually there is something we call technical support. The things Imuka does. My dear, we are paid with entrepreneurs. And that's why we said we work with expansion stage businesses. Because some of you may not see the value. Because it takes a lot of technical support. Now, this gift, my colleagues, is a program to give you, number one, free software for accounting and financial management. Free software. Do you know how much that software is if you were to buy yourself? Does anybody know? The cost of the software. Let's start with, I'm giving you an idea so that you understand the gift. Before I say the value. So, free accounting software. Do you know the cost? Not this vichupuli where you go back, it does not work, you cannot update it, it's not. You get where you do it on, you are not sure if it will die tomorrow or whatever. This is an authentic, functional system. Licensed for free. Do you know how much it is? If you do not know, I will. To you, not to you to go. The expert is coming to you. And you decide, okay, me I have 5 staff, 10 staff, but I want these 5. All of them, they need to know how to use this software. It's up to you. If you want one person to be trained, it's up to you. Are we together? So you decide even if you want to be among the trainees, it's also up to you. So they will send an expert to your company to train your team, to know, to use, and to understand how to use this software. We're not just giving you a software and you don't know. Helping you to have the right systems in place. If you are having the practice where you are mixing you up, this pocket of your pocket and the pocket of the business, they will help you now. Based on your monthly requirements, how much do you take okay, I take like 3 million because at home, they say, okay, let's put this 3 million as your salary. Are we together? They will help you slowly to implement and adopt the right systems in place. Beyond helping you have the right systems in place, they will show you, here, you have 10 products. This one you are selling at a loss. This one is at a loss. Sometimes we are very innovative. You have 10 products. You go and tell people I have 50 products. But they look at numbers and only find 3 are making profit. The others, they're actually eating your money. So they say, my dear, I know you are putting money a lot. We're not saying you stop, but I want you to know these ones are bringing the business down. These ones, you can put more money because they are making you more money. And then, this is seasonal. It looks like during this time, there's a lot of demand for this. So, when it reaches April, make sure you put a lot of effort in this. Now, that information you may not have if you don't have a system that helps you make those decisions. Are we together? So you can make a decision now because maybe in April when it is harvest season, usually you need like 100 million. In January, you can start discussing with the financiers. Hey, I will need money. You assess me. Now you have a system. You take them all the reports they want. For you, we can even give you 200. You can say, okay, in April, you can disburse there. I hope you are understanding what this program does. 1, software. 2, technical support on day-to-day, how to capture this information. And then they also help you generate reports. Many times, some of you make audit reports. You just call accountant. Yes, I need report for 2022. I need to apply for this contract. I need audit. They say, okay. He goes, cooks numbers. You do. You are in the food. You are doing food. We see there something to do with. We see there something to do with how do you say, fabrication. We see basically opposite costs. But for you even don't pay attention because one of the requirements was an audit report, you send. Okay? Management accounts, which your system can generate. You do for me some management accounts and send. Because you want to fulfill a requirement. You don't know. Now, here is an opportunity for you to have all those reports. And they even explain to you. Sometimes you have accountants, you produce reports, but you don't understand what they have produced. And even the accountants don't understand. Some of them. They also don't understand. They generate, but they also don't understand. They don't help you. And you can also not help yourself. So here they produce for you the report and say, now you see. This is what it means. It means like next year, you will need like 300 million. You better plan. You want to put a factory, then you need to. They help you understand your performance and you can easily plan your future performance. Are we on the same page? That is what this gift is all about. In summary, this is the Accounting and Financial Management Systems Program. Okay? So basically we are helping you best accounting and financial management systems practices. Hands-on. It is hands-on. You are not coming to class to see. They are coming to you to do, to implement for you. Best accounting and financial management processes. Now, when they implement this, my dear colleagues, it will be very easy for even the bank to give you unsecured loan, if you so wish. Why? They trust your systems. They trust your systems. But you will also trust your systems. Now, let me tell you how you can trust your systems. Some of you, you wake up at 4. You leave your business at 11. Why? You don't trust anybody. He's going to steal. So you are, the business wakes up with you and sleeps with. There is no life. Basically, you don't have life. Now, what is the use of doing the business when you cannot live? And you cannot trust anybody. You cannot expand. You have to look. It has gone, okay? You have to look at everything. Like you are the watchman, the businessman, and everything. Okay? Because you don't have a system. You cannot move to Kampala. When you move to Kampala, you have to close the shop because you don't trust anybody. Some of you are in that position. You don't have visibility, you don't trust the system, you don't have the workers because you cannot identify if somebody has stolen or whatever. So because you don't trust, you wake up with the business and sleep with the business. And usually also the business gives you some disease called high blood pressure. I saw some grass. Maybe you can become also the client of the grass man. High blood pressure. The business starts killing you slowly. Sometimes you faint there at work. They take you at home. You close the business for 3 days. Then you wake up. Some of us are suffering with our businesses. Correct? Some of us are really suffering. Now, this is an opportunity where you can have a system, and even when you are in Kenya, you can say, okay, okay, today we made 5 million. And it's Nani who sold. Okay, the money went to the bank. I've got notification. You can move. That is about the program. And I am also trying to explain this as I also answer some of the questions we've received as we've been engaging. Because there are usually questions. Now this program, how can it be free? How can you give us all these things for free? Usually that is question number one. What is in it for you? Correct? Okay, so number one, this program is free. Purposely, because we want to know. We want to know and learn. So it is a program which we also want to learn. Where some of our partners are keen to learn. If we helped these businesses this way, will they be able to expand beyond Barara? Will they be able to go to Kenya? Will they be able to compete? Will they be able to create more jobs? That is a question the program partners have. And they are investing to learn and understand. Will we be able to see this to happen? Will we be able to see a better life, a better future, better decision for these entrepreneurs? And certainly, that is why they are associated with Imuka Access. Because we want to present these opportunities to you. Such opportunities we cannot want you to miss. But I know that some of you have friends, brothers, sisters. Some of them you've even gone to hospital in ICU because the business is killing them. This is your chance to also help them. Recommend them. Tell them there is this program. As long as you have employees, please apply, try your luck. Now, we are targeting to at least reach out to at least 100 businesses that in Barara, to reach out. Okay? Applying does not guarantee you'll be taken, but it is the first step. Are we together? Yes. Applying does not guarantee, but it is the first step towards the opportunity. Are we on the same page? So what benefits? You can get to know, this is our lead team. It has a learning component because there is a learning aspect, there is a training component, and there is a coordinating component. So these are the project lead team. Now, one other reason why it is free is University of Chicago has funded this project. Okay? It is a funded project. Not by government, but government is supporting. UIA is a partner with us. Ministry of Trade is our partner. Are we together? We cannot work in isolation. Are we together? Now, for some of you who may not know, University of Chicago, first of all, it is in the US. Are we together? Just, sometimes we may assume, but it's good to. First of all, it is where? In the US. But number two, how many have heard of Nobel laureate? Have you ever heard of that thing, Nobel laureate? We've not heard. We don't even know what it means. So Nobel is a global prize for people who bring trend-setting solutions and ideas. Okay? So in economics, out of the 12 Nobel laureates globally who have received that award, about, these are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many have received? Panji, I've lost the numbers, but over 7 have come from University of Chicago. In other words, it has some of the top minds. These experts that you are going to visit, that are going to support you, one, they have had experience. But beyond experience, they have also been taken to class by University of Chicago. And even guided further. No, when you support, you need to look at, you need to evaluate this. You need to evaluate this. Help them understand this. Don't ignore this. Are we together? They have also been trained. So when they come, my colleagues, you may have an accountant. We are not saying you fire your accountant. They are coming to support your existing system. Now, some of you, I know we've reached out, but we have an accountant, we have an auditor. We are saying it is fine. We want just to improve. We want to evaluate what is there and say, you know what? Now we pay attention to the following. These are not your typical financial experts. We've taken them a notch higher. We've taken them a notch higher so that they can help you refine, fine-tune, organize yourself better. And that's why we are looking at big businesses. We cannot ignore the fact that you can afford an accountant or something of that nature. Are we together? But we want to help you further improve your systems and your management and your decision-making processes. And that is why we couldn't have a better partner than University of Chicago, which has produced some of the top leading economists globally who have received, for some of you who are internet, go and Google Nobel laureate, so that you understand how big such an honor to work with the experts of this nature is. Are we together? It is actually the top business school in US, just for your information. Are we together? Usually we look at based on what it has produced. You are judged by your result, isn't it? So it has produced a good number of the top economists. Okay. So this is what we provide. We deploy an authentic licensed financial system in your business. Even if you have, you can keep what you have, but we shall deploy. And you see the difference. Are we together? We are not here to say, no, stop this. We want you to understand the difference. Okay? 2, you will have a supporting team. They don't give you a software and leave you. There are instances where you are introduced to a software you even don't know. First of all, you don't know computer. Then they give you a software which you have never seen. No, here they will take you systematically to know, to understand, to adopt, to implement, and they will check on you for a period of 3 months. By the time they leave, your team should be able to move on. So they will handhold you. 3, they will look at your costing and pricing. Sometimes we cost because we think, hey, Nani is charging 1,000. I'm also charging 1,000. But maybe 1,000 you're actually making a loss. You don't know. It is out of emotion. They will help you understand. Here, you may need to charge at least 1,500. At least that is the reality. The decision is yours, but they will help you understand. Are we together? So costing and pricing. Am I pricing right? Am I pricing wrongly? Am I factoring all costs? Are we together? So that you are able to understand. Because sometimes we are doing business, but we are actually sinking our businesses. Financial planning and budgeting. The fact that we, as Imuka, we are very keen for you to scale. Okay? For you to scale, you have to say, in the next 3 years, I have to have a company here. Rwampara. It needs to be the biggest. So, what does it mean to have the biggest? What is its production capacity? So, we shall do the numbers. Okay. It is manageable to reality. Okay? Then financial reporting for your internal understanding. You know, many times we generate reports, but we don't understand. Yes, we know our business, but we don't understand the numbers that our business give us. So, we will help you understand how has your business performed. What are the implications of those numbers? What should you do differently? What should you think about moving forward? But if you don't have those numbers clearly developed, then you will not be able to make those right decisions. And then external for financing. Many times you discover you need money today, tomorrow, today, isn't it? So first of all, you will have improved in budgeting, but beyond that, if I take my reports and usually, as long as my systems are okay, I can attract both line of credit and secured loan faster. So you will have overcome the chain or the shackle of a money lender. Because your systems can be trusted. But what is the cost of not making your systems trusted? You will understand it when that opportunity comes or when that problem comes. But this is a chance for you to. So non-financial reporting and access. So you'll basically be able to. Yeah. So key benefits. Yeah, I mean description. We are looking for companies 10 plus. We are not saying we don't like small companies. The program has a component where we are looking. Can we keep at least these 10 jobs? Then can we add more? So there is an impact component. We would have loved to even go lower. Unfortunately, you see, every good thing has also its restrictions, isn't it? So, but for those ones who can, you can also add the numbers. You can add the employees. This is an opportunity for, if you have the capacity anyway, and benefit from the opportunity. Yeah. We're looking at reaching to at least 100 businesses within Greater Mbarara. So, Mbarara, you know Kampala, we have Greater Kampala. Also Mbarara, we have Greater Mbarara Metropolitan. So, as long as you are around 30, 40 kilometers, we still fair. Are we together? So, my colleagues, I know, I still want to emphasize, some of you have brothers, sisters, relatives, who are struggling with high blood pressure because the business is killing them. I am encouraging you. We have an opportunity. They will thank you. They will appreciate. So what are the benefits? You'll be able to plan and budget, learn. You'll be able to learn but also implement. Are we together? You'll be able to understand the best pricing and costing based on the business and the sector that you are in. You'll be able to manage your cash flow. Some of you, that aspect of, I need now 5 million. I now need 10 million. Within a span of a month, you've taken like 5 different loans. That is usually a cash flow management issue, which we can handle in the program. Then they will generate reports and information that will help you make informed decisions. Not decisions out of emotion. Let us buy more Porsche today. I think it is right to buy more Porsche. But they will evaluate and say, it looks like millet. People are eating more of kalo and fish, my brother. Put money there. So you will have best practices which are trustable, but you can also have life. You can wake up, you can trust the team because you have systems. You can trust the team because you have systems. But if you don't have systems, you cannot trust the team. And certainly you will be a candidate for waking up at 4 and sleeping at 11. And then the business will also die with you, unfortunately. I don't know if that is the direction you want. Basically, this program is here to give you a peace of, it's here to give you a peace of mind while running your business. The program is here to give you a peace of mind. It is worth a lot of money. I just talked about the software. How much would you pay this expert? One, he's a top industry expert. He has to visit you frequently to check on you, guide your team for a span of like 3 months. How much do you think we are investing in this expert? How much? Just, we are not saying that's the money but how much do you think this top expert, industry expert, we've trained him further. He's going to give you a software. But now, how much do you think we are giving this expert who is coming to support you? How much investment do you think? Just by guess. Okay, how much do you think a typical of that person would charge? Yes, sir. Any other ideas? More than that? Any other? 10 million. My colleagues, you are receiving that. Let me take you back to the picture of the gift. You are receiving a free gift. The choice is yours. To embrace it or ignore it, time will judge you. Time will. If you make the right decision, you will thank yourself later. But beyond that, as I said, we are very keen to reach out to these businesses. And we cannot reach them without you. And don't be selfish. Don't be that you see an opportunity and you see it. You never know, this friend you help is the one who may give you a loan later, or may partner with you, or may support you. So don't be selfish. Share the opportunity. Let us reach out to these people. Let them benefit. They may end up employing your brother, your sister, your daughter, your son. You say there are no jobs. We want you to be the creators and sustainers of those jobs. But that cannot happen if you are not supported to sustainably have the capacity to manage your businesses well. If there are any questions, this is the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Roy. You've talked about a gift, so I'll have to pick from the last point you made. You talked about a gift, and you talked about sharing, not to be selfish. And before I ask you the question, because I also have a question, there are about 3 people who have not kept these gifts to themselves. Katumba has shared a lot, has connected me a lot to so many people. Brenda, thank you so much.
Please clap for these unselfish people who saw an opportunity and felt others needed to benefit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I would like also to recognize Adios. Please.
Clap for that.
That young man there. Thank you so much. Still, before I ask you the question, I have a suggestion. Let the people tell us, do you want to take breakfast first, or we go for the questions, and then we take breakfast later? Yes? Working breakfast. Okay, fine.
Okay, just before you leave for breakfast, because during that time you can also, now, How can I access this gift now? We don't want to deny you that opportunity. How to apply? There is a link there. Okay? But there is a point. We have points where you can be able to apply. And it is very simple. I want you to see what we capture so that you do not... sorry, let me share what we capture. It's a very simple form, my colleagues. Is it showing? Or it's still digesting? No signal. Now that is where the problem comes.
Digital.
Digital.
As it's still digesting, I have to emphasize we are live, and some of you, the contacts I have, I've already sent you that link. So if you want, you can share it with your friends. I've sent it to you. Some of you have your contacts. So
our technical team, I would certainly need your help. I just wanted to show you. But the form just requires your name, email address, phone number, gender, company name, location, email, website, if it's there. If it is not there, you can leave. What position do you have in the company? Years the company, you've been in the company, who is in charge of accounting. You may be the one, you may be the CEO and the accountant. It is fine. Okay? The program is not here to judge you. It is here to guide you. It's not here to judge you. So just be honest, because you see, the more you open up, the easier it is to support. And this program is not a URA program. Are we there, colleagues? This is a funded program to help SMEs better manage their financial systems. If you want to be guided on, yes, you can show. I don't. It is here, but I'm not seeing it there. So, can you duplicate the screen? Yeah. So we are not using this information against. It is basically to help us see what gaps are there. So how can we help you overcome these gaps? That's why you saw IGREC. To do a baseline, they are doing an assessment. So where are you? So when we come in and organize, where will you be? You see, we also want to be able to measure, did we do something or we didn't do anything? We don't want just word of mouth. We want to say, okay, you are making 10 million, now you are making 50 million. And we have evidence. Are we together? So that is why we gather this, to understand where you are, to know where the challenges are, so that when the experts come, we can be able to easily assess how far they've been able to support you. That is the link. Thank you, sir. As I said, it's a very simple form, which you can finish in less than 5 minutes, even on your phone. I'm sure you can share the phone. If you have WhatsApp, you can also just fill and leave here when you fill. Name, email address, phone number, gender, company name, address, location. Surely, you do not need to think about this. Years, when you registered, the month and the year, not the date. The month and the year. How many employees do you have? Now, this program is targeting companies which have 10 full-time employees. Now, our definition of full-time is they are directors. Are we together? Directors of the business. Anybody you've employed. We know some of you, many of you don't give contracts, correct? But they are your workers, isn't it? Yeah. And any worker who has worked for you for over 6 months, we consider him full-time. Are we together? So that is how we define. So I don't want you to look at it as complicated. It's very simple and very manageable. Then you can describe your business. How do you do your accounting system? Do you record in your books? Do you record in your head? Do you record in your... I think it's now on you to clarify what you need to clarify. And on our side, For those who join the bus, we shall see how far we can go. This is a flying bus, not a bus on the road. It flies. So we expect you to be, once you are supported, you should be looking beyond Uganda. At least East Africa. At least. Are we together? And that's why we like businesses that are at expansion stage, because there, the founder is saying, now, I know my family did not go this far, but I know my brand will go that far. Are we together? And that is why we want you to benefit from this program. Philip, over to you in terms of questions. And
2 questions from me as we wait our breakfast to ready, set 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The first question is, and this is a question that I've gotten from the people. Are you not going to share our data with the authorities? That is one. Authorities, I mean, are you not targeting to, he's saying here government, okay? Then 2, you talked about it, but this I would like you to emphasize it. When somebody already has a system, okay?
Sorry, which
somebody, the company already has a system. How good is your system?
My colleagues, so thank you for the questions, and I think they are very relevant. Number 1, as I said, you've seen the partners. I don't think you saw URA. Did you? It's about accessing support and financing. Are we together? Now, for you to be, when you go to a doctor, you will not go and sit and look at the doctor and expect him to figure out how to solve your problem. He will ask you, is your head paining? The temperature seems low. Are we together? I'm sure you don't tell everybody. You get. But when you go to the doctor, you have to share. We are not following any other different roadmap, my colleagues. If we cannot be able to get the status, then it's difficult for us to be able to support, because we don't know how much impact. Where should we pay attention? Are we together? So it is the basic information that we gather and say, okay, now, this is at this point. So when you come to the company, pay attention to this, support them on this. For them, it looks like business and personal finance is one and the same thing. The money is always in a mattress. He wakes up, removes some. Are we together? It is fine at the current state. Ours is to come in and guide you and advise you. Are we together? They will also advise you. You know, sometimes they say, I need to know. I have been receiving assessments from you, I even fear them. They will guide you and say, when you have the system now here, show them. Here, they will not disturb you. You understand? Some of us are already in that hole. You can overcome that hole. Some of you may not know, but you will get yourself into that hole. So prepare. Are we together? As long as you are looking at expanding, the moment you dream of expanding, you are also going to become visible too. Exactly. Unless you want to remain in your kitchen, which is also a choice. But as long as you are thinking big, as long as you are looking at conquering, which obviously will attract more money, but will also attract more scrutiny. So why don't you understand how to overcome that? So we want you to not to fear the future. We want you to embrace. If they come, say, boss, you are seeing our system. This is our report. Where did you get that assessment? Say, he cannot. Are we together? But if you don't have some of this information, usually you'll have to be removing some money. Now he tells his colleague, you now go. That one, he does not keep his records. Tomorrow you'll find another one. Then you will again tell another. Is that what you want? No. So, to overcome that, you need to have the right systems in place. And that's what the program is offering. And that is why also we gather to be able to support. You cannot intervene where you don't understand. Are we together? You cannot intervene. You cannot solve a problem that you don't understand. The doctor cannot give you medicine when you've not told him the symptoms, correct? So do not expect us to understand when we don't get to know the system. So the symptoms. So we just want to understand so that when we come, we're able to help. That is one. Two, what was the question? I don't know, Philip disappeared. The question number 2 was?
The system.
The system. Now, usually there is an existing system. The system could be your head. It could be your logbooks. It could be rough paper. It is a system. It's just that it's not the best. The system could be your brother. We have sold 500. That is it. The system could be WhatsApp. Some of you I have seen a business which is doing on WhatsApp, and they are making a net profit of 25 million. But when we evaluated, they are losing a lot because the people who work for them cheat them. But it's making a lot of, and they don't feel, you get. Now, he will never know that they cheat him because he doesn't have systems. Okay? So this happens. We know you are somewhere, whether you are zero is, as long as you are doing business, it's either coming to your head, maybe you write in your hand, maybe you write in your book. So we want to know, what do you do now? Then what can we do? Are you together? We have to know what is existing, then what can we do? How can we intervene? For us to give you a financial software, we also expect that for some of you who may not have computers, then be ready to at least buy a computer. Are you together? So that you have some of these available. Whether it is desktop, whether at least we are upgrading you. We are upgrading you and your business. Now questions should be coming. Should I receive like 5, then answer, then 5, something like that?
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for the nice presentation. I am Keisha from Creative, and my question goes, it is a software that we are going to install and do our accounting. Who is going to be updating that system? Another question. You said, I think you hit on it in your last statement. You said at least the person should have maybe a laptop or a desktop. But I'm thinking about my friend that is in the village, and they may get or access a laptop or a desktop, but they are computer illiterate. And I really want to give them a referral to this system because I feel it is going to do good for us. So who is going to train them? Are you going to train them as well, or I should first train my friend before I refer them to you? Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's from Creative.
Thank you so much. My name is Wilson Tukahirwa. My question is about time frame. Assuming that all things go well and all the requirements I'm ready to meet, how long does it take you to deliver the system? Number 2, you talked about technical support, that we provide technical persons to support or to train. If they are doing that, who caters for them in terms of their facilitation? Is the company doing so, or it is you to do the same? Thank you.
You said 5, those are 4, not so?
Thank you. Thank you so much. My interest is because you said in the program, you now hope businesses to access funding, yes? Now, but you find that, let's say, one of the businesses around is not fit for the program because you want, let's say, a business that is ready to take off or to expand, for expansion, actually for expansion stage. Could there be a way this business that doesn't meet that expansion takeoff to be linked to someone who is actually interested for this business which is starting, maybe to for some financial support. Then the other crucial question is, assuming you've visited one of the businesses and indeed you find that they're at that stage of expansion, but maybe they have a need in place. For example, my business, it is at some point, but you find that for a case, you have the market, you have the means to reach the market, but now maybe your need is, how can I now shift this production to the liters I should be distributing? Before now, let's say the program maybe is taking 6 months, you find if the funding is to come through Imuka Access, maybe it is coming next year, let's say in June. Could there be a way that, no, this business is doing well? Can we chip in, have the funding, let them expand? Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think let
All
him
right.
answer those ones.
Let me
then-
address the first question. Who is updating the system? That's a very good question. So, as I said, the program has top, we call them CFOs, Chief Financial Officers. You have accountants. Now, CFOs don't look at only the past. They also look at the future. Okay? And assess what these numbers communicate. So, when they come, usually, we expect you to have somebody, whether it's a record keeper, usually, typically, company that has already created those number of jobs, usually, they have some people working or doing something close. Okay? So they will train, they will assess what they are already doing and guide them. But as the founder, you can also include others. You, including yourself, you can also be a student. So you can say, me, I want to be trained, including my accountant, including my HR, it's up to you. It is you, the entrepreneur, who decides. The people will be involved during the training. The work of the expert is to come in, support whoever you decide should be supported. Because we understand sometimes you may train one person. So we usually prefer at least 2 people. Because this person you train and then they go. What will happen? So we prefer that you have more than one person being trained. So, to answer you, who will be updating the system? The person you will appoint to be trained, whether it is you, your assistant, your accountant, those are the people who will be updating.
Roger, there's a suggestion that if you can mix a little bit English and Luganda, because there's some people.
Now you know, since I'm East African, since I am East African, somebody will come and summarize. Because even my Luganda, I may chew my tongue. I may chew my tongue. But I hope somebody will also help and summarize. I'll ask somebody to, Jackie, will explain what you have understood since you are the nearest here. Okay, change. Okay, so somebody asked about relative who is in the rural and wherever. So there is one principle, and this is not about the program. This is a principle that we believe as Imuka. There is something that is inevitable. Time and change. Time and change. There will always be change. You are born. You are growing. You are aging. But changes are also taking place. Seasons. They'll be rainy, dry, isn't it? It's something that does not change. So we don't expect you to, since I am this, I should remain this. Are we together? You may be in Mbarara and you want to be in Uganda. It will require a certain change in how you approach, how you manage, how you do things. So the one principle that I know in life does not change is time and change. They're inevitable. You'll always see changes. You cannot escape them. It's just how you respond to them. You can either embrace them or avoid them. But they will certainly impact you, whether positively or negatively. So whether it's in rural, whether it's in laptops keep power for like 5 hours. You can. As I said, the target is companies with related jobs. Usually they are making some money. Whether they are making loss, they are making some money. Correct? So there are some basic things which they be able to adapt. And they will never regret. As long as you upgrade yourself, you will never regret. Especially if it is something that will save you a huge cost, decision. People have been stealing from you the last 10 years. And you've never known because they hide it in a way that you cannot tell until you have data. You get? So this program will be able to help you. Time frame. Now, once you apply, I think you people are very lucky. In Kampala, we've taken close to a year. Why? I think you are seeing Ava, Panji, whenever you come for the assessment, they actually capture a few things, correct? So it is saving time. Because in Kampala we've started. Even experts are already working with the entrepreneurs. So we expect that here, within the next 3 months, we should be able to kick off. Within the next 3 months. So we are in when? December is a dead year, so don't count December. You know that. Even if we came, you will tell us you are going to Christmas. So, minus December. So, latest will be Jan. Latest. But it's likely to be before. Probably they'll guide you initially but that is most likely the range. Latest around Jan, Feb. But by then, Jan, Feb, we should have. By the way, I didn't mention this. This program is also supposed to help you. For those ones who will want to raise funds from local and international investors, at the end you'll have reports. So we shall have a form where you can submit and express interest. I need 500 million. So we shall present to different funders who will put in one room. And then they will give you different offers. But that is in the end. So partly it's also to help assess. Did the change make you more attractive to money? Are we together? So that is in the end. But during, that one you can discuss with Imuka. Are we together? Yeah. Who facilitates the experts? The program. It is funded. For you, you just have to have a commitment that I know I need this help. These people are coming to help me. Value them. Give them your time. Give them your cooperation and help them support you. If you don't give them your time, obviously we are all human beings, isn't it? Yeah. If I come and interact and the business, no, he's wasting my time. I'm busy. You don't give the expert time. Will he give you the knowledge? He will just do to finish. But if you give him time, you ask, hey, by the way, you help us. We have challenges here, even everything. The software and the expert, his fuel, whatever, that is covered. For you, your presence, your commitment, your cooperation is what we need. If you have any concerns, we are also accessible as Imuka. You reach out and say, I am concerned. If you see anything that you feel you are not impressed with for whatever reason, reach out. Okay? We can put measure if there is anything, but we don't expect because they are extremely professional. And you'll appreciate what they do because they are extremely experienced. We have not brought you interns. These are people who are paid. You are removing them from companies to come and support you. At least you had estimates of how much we are paying them. We are paying them. Whether you are in the village, in Banana, or whatever, they will reach you. They won't ask you for transport facilitation or food. But if you have your matoke and you feel you are happy, you can cut for them and give them. It is up to you. Linking, yeah. So the program has a linking component, but it's in the end. But I think I introduced Imuka, that's what we do. Okay, so for those ones who feel, but certainly you may find you still have some of that information which is required. So you may find you need expertise. Now, there, it's a different conversation. The program is free. This other different conversation, we shall start calculating numbers. That is the opportunity. Thank you. Yes?
Before, I'd like us to have a working breakfast. Okay? So, I want to
I
take...
hope you can write down also your questions so that you don't forget. We want to answer all the questions you have.
So I want to take the next questions when we've already sat down to have our breakfast.
So how many minutes are you giving us to take tea? to pick the tea?
I think within 10 minutes we'll be done to be back here.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, food is available. I mean, the breakfast is available. Please pick whatever is there and then sit and we proceed so that I know some of you, maybe the questions have disappeared because it looks like also the facility needs to work, isn't it? So please.
So let's walk in systematic order. I'll start from the lady here so that we don't crowd the area. Please come. Come, guys, come. If we all stand at the same time, we will not manage to stand for long. So okay, you can stay at your tables. We shall be ushering you in to come. Otherwise, we're going to crowd the area.
Years and we have to pay so that we can continue using it, or it is going to be free forever. Then the other question is related to HAS. In case my company does not go through and it is not selected, is there a private way I can talk to you so that still I can get that CFO to come to my company? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Oyesje Deusdedit from Don Farmers Center. My question is, as you give us this software, is it going to require us have internet installation on our companies, or it is going to be installed and maybe we can go analog with time? Thank you.
Another question now before I give the microphone to Roy.
Thank you very much. Cleophas Mugisha from Kitara Hill Farm. My question is, after the 3 months training, is there a follow-up on monitoring on how the system is being used? Or after that, it will be on our own as companies? Thank you.
So you can respond to those ones.
All right. Thank you very, very much. These questions are really, 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 really good and important. Factors to consider being accepted. So, number one, this program is not biased. It's not who I know or who Greg knows. Once you apply, okay, the program will just select. They don't know who they will select, but they will select from the pool they receive. Are we together? So it's not predetermined who will be selected. Okay? As long as you qualify, and you've gone through the assessment, the program simply selects randomly. Are we together? We shall select Nani. Let's just. Are we together? Yes. So it will not be, oh, since you know Imuka, we are not even involved in the selection. We just received the list. These ones have been selected. Inform them. Are we together? So the most important thing, and it's a 50% chance. Are we together? So it's either you are in or out. It's not like out of 3 or out of 4. It will just be either one person is in and so 50% chance is fair. Isn't it? That is what I can comment about that. It's a 50% chance. Out of every 2, 1 person will be selected. Are we on the same page? To buy. Now, usually when you buy softwares, they want, I have to continue paying subscription, isn't it? So now this software, fortunately, it is going to be a desktop software. Now you as an entrepreneur can decide to make it online. It It is up to you. Online, you will have to pay continuously. Desktop, once we have activated, it is there until you decide to die. Install. They will generate that license. You will still have it. So when you reformat, activate, and so that wouldn't be a problem. So once we've purchased, it's up to you to use it until beyond. Okay? So you can use it and use it and use it and use it. There is. These experts have been trained. They are going to still be around. The only thing is they may not be available to support you during the time the program is ongoing. Why? They are already committed. They have already been given clients to work on. So it is likely to be possible, but after probably Feb or March next year, because they have been trained and they'll be working on clients from then till the end of the program, which is around Jan or Feb thereabout. Are we together? So that private way, exactly, they have been trained, they are available, and they are going to be around. So you can still access. The only difference is, obviously, the cost may be a bit higher because now you are buying, but obviously, if you have the capacity, it's manageable. But the program is free. In the program, it is free. On private way, it's also a private arrangement. I hope we understand what private arrangement means. Good. Internet during installation. So the experts, yes, when activating the software for the first time, it requires internet. But we don't need your internet. We facilitated that. They will move with their budongos and whatever. They will activate themselves. It's not your problem. It is there. It is not your problem. It is there. They have been facilitated to handle that. I hope that is clear. Is there a follow-up after the training? My dear, if I am training a baby to walk, I hold you, I see you are getting stable. When you start walking, will you need me to again? Usually you've reached a point where you can navigate your way. You can still maintain the relationship with the expert, correct? We are not stopping you from maintaining the relationship with the expert. You can still reach out. You'll be friends, okay? You can say, now, the program facilitated 3 months. Me, I can give you a car transport. You just come and see us. There's no problem, isn't it? Yeah, but the program is facilitating for that period that we've stipulated. Beyond that, we assume there'll be a good relationship, cordial relationship where you can reach out. He can come and check on you as a friend or as an expert, as you will see fit. Are we on the same page? Any other question? I think I've finished the first 5. I don't know where my colleague is. Vanangi. All right. Let me pass the mic.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. My name is Muganga Gashom. Yeah, from Gash Care Products. My question is, I hear software. What if something goes wrong with that software? For example, a virus or it is corrupted. What happens? Can I easily access another software? And then also, is there any way of maybe, okay, I don't know, maybe if it should be for experts, like how it can back up the data? Because I think if I use it like for a year, it might hold a lot of my data. And if something happens to it, I might lose a lot of information from my company. So I don't know about that. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the question. Pass the mic.
My question is, if I'm employing less than 10 people, can't I also be involved? Like I'm employing like 7, 6, can't I also get a chance to be employed? Rather being engaged in that.
Okay. More questions? I saw some hands behind.
question. I also had a question. My name is Jessica from Adon Beautex. It's not a question, but I'm trying to clarify on that system. Because at my workplace, there is a system they use, like from the raw material store up to the exit of the product, up to the finished goods. So all the information, the quantity of every product is entered in, so everything is entered in up to the end, up the exit of the product. So at the end of the day, you find the boss, when he's in UK or when he's in Tanzania, Kenya, wherever, he's able to access the information, know how much raw materials I have in the raw material store, how much is being produced, how much is online, how much is in finished goods, how much is being sold in this period of time when I was not around. Is that system related to that? Thank you very much.
Thank you. My name is Godfrey. I do hydroponics, soilless farming. My question is about the capability of the usage of the software. There are softwares we've been using for years. I've been using accounting softwares for over 20 years now. When you talk of these softwares, when you install, there is a multi-user and single user. They come with licenses. So the softwares we've been using, several types of different softwares from different countries, is that if you can buy for one license for the desktop, and if you have a network, each user must have a different license. Then they'll be connected. Now, say I am the only one now using, so maybe when they come, your guys come, they will install a single user. Then after 2-3 months, I employ an accountant, or I want the accountant to be posting, then I be the administrator. Now, when they come, do they give me a software of multi-user, single user, and if it's single user, one license that is, will I be able to get the extra licenses when that times come? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. These questions are really, you are business people. I saw, okay, I've reached 5.
Excuse me? Okay.
Sorry,
So,
somebody has the mic. Yes, please.
So there is a silent but common concern. Now that this system will be online, and there will be, most firms or businesses will be declaring their profits or using the system for the accounting business. How safe are they from URA? Will they be protected from exposure to the revenue? Thank you.
All right. Thank you. These questions are... Okay, I'll start with the first question. What if it is corrupted? That was question 1. Then question 2, backup. So, well, softwares can get corrupted. And you'll always know when they are corrupted, correct? Now, the software they're installing is desktop. The license still belongs to you. You can still reinstall with that license, because it's a licensed software. Are we together? So just like any situation where you may change machines, there are different things, circumstances. So you can still keep and use the software. Backup. Part of the practice of the CFOs will be ensuring that you have backup. Part of what they'll be guiding you is to ensure that this information is also available in backup. They will be guiding you. Will you be doing daily, monthly, whatever? They'll be guiding you. So, and actually the system backs up automatically, but with the interaction, you will decide the frequency of backing up. So restoration is equally easy. Whether it is corrupt or whatever, you can easily restore the information because they will always be backup in the practice. Are we on the same page? Yes. Then less than 10. Well, you see, as I said, any good thing has its constraints, if I'm to put it. Okay? So, ideally, the program is targeting If you are in Kampala, if you are based in Kampala, you would probably be in. Okay? But here, because also coming, the investment, they want to invest in the expert, they feel it has to be 10 plus, which on our side we can't change. We coordinate. The coordinator listens to the instruction. You are like a soldier, if you understand. Weka musururu moja ni musururu moja. Okay? So there, unfortunately, can submit. Okay? It may be considered because in Kampala we let it lower a bit because we were still at 10 and they said, okay, you can still include 8. So, well, it's not a guarantee, but you can try your. Are we together? So never fear trying. You can always try. I don't want to discourage that. System can be reviewed wherever. You will find so many systems in the market. For the program, we are using QuickBooks British. Okay? And depending on what you do, they will give you a version depending on what you do. I know we are focusing on 2 versions, but it will depend if you are in manufacturing or, okay? And so on the ERP, some ERPs are very good in collecting the information. But you see, there are some technical aspects of the information that some ERPs do not give you. They basically have the information. But there is the analysis of the information and what you need to produce. Some are not developed for that. They are developed for just managing. So I cannot judge, to be honest, how efficient, how analytical it is, the one that you use. And that is why when we come, we don't say that you stop and start using ours. What we are saying, as you put here 20, also put. At the end, they will generate the reports, guide you. Then you can say, I think this one seems to be seeing some more things than this one. We cannot judge at this point. Ours is to share that, one, the program is investing, giving you a software. If you have, well and good, we shall provide you and guide you. And then if you see the difference, if the other one is better, please. But the opportunity to actually explore an avenue to make further informed decisions, I think, is an opportunity worth taking. Are we together? So, as I said, we know you have certain systems you can use, but it's the expertise that I want you to understand. These guys are top industry financial experts. But beyond that, they have been further trained by who? University of Chicago. To go further. So when they come, you are not basically getting details of what a typical accountant would give you. You are basically going to get way more, especially on analytical and decision making. And we are doing that purposely to help assess, because many times we have even sometimes records, but we do not understand why the business is not working. That is why they are coming in, to help you see where you may not have been seeing or where you are blind on. You are seeing, but you are blind on some angle. So they will help unleash some of those aspects. Single user, multi-user, you know softwares. I told you this software is expensive. Now, you know supporting over 150 businesses, funding for all of them. We can only go to a certain level. You see, once I show you the door is there, you can decide to walk or run or fly. Isn't it? So ours, we are going to give you, I think what we provide is single user, where one can use at a time, but you can train more in terms of using. Okay? The licenses can be upgraded at your will. But we are going to foot the initial bit where you have, at least you have the system. If you want further, you see, I may give you 1 acre, and for you want 10 acres. And you have the money, why not? Honestly, we cannot stop you. But at least let us ensure you have the 1 acre to start. I hope that helps. How safe? How safe are you from URA? The thing is, as long as your business is expanding, you will certainly be attracting interest, unless you want to remain small, which sometimes may look good, but it denies you the opportunity to be the best that you can be. Is it better to make 10 million a month or 200 million a month when URA is looking? But you have evidence. You have evidence. Now he may charge you, you may be making 10 million, that is 120 million a month, and you pay URA. Because you do not keep your records, they give you an assessment and say, tukubanja 30 million. And you don't have evidence, so you will have to find either you will be bribing them consistently or you pay that amount. Once they send an assessment, it's that one or another. And now since they have gone into this freeze, mani what, okay? Chances are you will either supply somebody who is URA, whatever. So he has to submit your details somehow. If you don't, somebody else will. And still there is a way they will find. But what we are offering is, you know what? Whether they find you or not, be ready. Have the records. When they send you and say look at my books. This assessment is wrong. This is our performance. We can only give you 3 million. That's our performance. There's a time an entrepreneur came to visit us in office. This is a very interesting, and I think it's very relevant for me to share with you that. So this entrepreneur was making a lot of money in Sudan. He was producing iron sheets. Just like who? Roofings. Now, what is very interesting, he was telling me, can you imagine, I pay 40 million taxes every month, and roofings pays only 25 million? Do you think he makes more money than roofings? Why do you think he pays 40 million? Exactly. Now, sometimes you think you are safe. Kumbe, you are actually just, in fact, it makes you, because one, you want to sell it cheaper, because roofings is more popular, and yet your production costs are higher. Because you all import the same raw material, this whatever, this steel, whatever. They all import the same material. Now, roofing's production cost is lower. Now, for you who is small scale, it's higher. And you also want to sell cheaper than roofings. Chances are you will close. And by the way, he ended up closing. Because now his market was Sudan. He couldn't compete in Uganda. In Sudan, he was making like $10,000 a month, which is good money. Actually, 20. But you see, these are the things that you need to be aware of. Sometimes you feel, but in the process, you may get a big deal, a supply, and because you don't keep, for them, they will send you, my colleagues, when they send you an assessment, okay? So anticipate that, as I'm growing, I know this may happen. They should not find me at a point of weakness, because people will take advantage of you. Say, now, I can talk to the commissioner. Now, for me to go to the commissioner, I need to. You understand? Hey, you look for 10 million. Look for 10 million, we go, we talk. And then you find, and somebody can pretend to be an agent and they take advantage. Man, agambio yongereko senti. Yongerako nga million. Million 5. So he takes advantage. Now for you, your business, you have to produce is it worth it? It's up to you. What I know in principle is at some point, as long as you are growing, you will attract the scrutiny. But it rather attracts the scrutiny when you have the right systems than fear and be found. I think I've finished the first, those questions. Maybe I can receive another set.
Thank you. Allow me add something on URA. This is a two-way thing. So long as you're an entrepreneur or a business person, trust me, you can't hide. So long as you are operating. And also, on the other hand, I don't think there is any country where you can operate and they don't collect taxes. Now, as an entrepreneur, at some point, you are going to be now looking for URA. Why? You get a chance to raise funding, and then they ask for URA certificate. Because some of the things we are talking from experience, so you find that you need URA before even they know that you exist. But you find that indeed you qualify for the grant, you qualify for the funding, but then they're asking, are you operating illegally? Do you have your RSB certificate? Have you registered your company? Do you have, let's say, NSSF certificate? Do you pay your workers? What is the evidence? So you find that you need the NSSF, you need URA, at least a certificate. So the best way is you taking yourself to URA. I've done that. And when you take yourself, actually you talk now to the right people. They guide you based on your levels of operation. And also you find that now if you are talking to the horse's mouth, you know where you belong, which category, which taxes you have to pay. I've done that personally. And I'm in good terms with URA. Thank you so much. I think Papa wanted to say something. Can I take the mic? Fine.
Thank you.
He was complimenting what I'm saying.
Thank you, Sebo. I think I will come and engage you. Early this year, I got an invitation from UK, but before they could process my visa, they asked me for tax returns. So there is no way you can avoid URA. Therefore, whoever is involved in any economic activity, organizing our taxes and what have you has to be part of the whole thing. So let us have the tax thing in our mind. Let us not look at URA as enemies, because they are part of us and we can never, because if you're a businessman, then you must be paying taxes. And they insist on that. And you know, with this online thing, you just give them your TIN number and they access. So there is no way you can forge. Therefore, URA to Jirinanyi. That's the compliment.
Okay, let me receive the next set of questions.
So I wanted to know that in case this chance of application, round of applications is over and I have not qualified and have not benefited, are there chances that I will benefit in the next round, or it is a one-off activity and it will be closed?
Any other question? Okay, respond to those as we wait for others.
Is it? Well, that's a very good question. I cannot confirm if there'll be another opportunity of this kind. Okay? Opportunities will always be there, but they take different shapes. So this, as I said, is a funded program available now. Maybe some other funder will be interested in something similar. I cannot tell. I cannot predict. But this is there now. It is available. When we are in August, ideally we should be closing the applications probably in the next 1 or 2 weeks, because we just wanted to add one more city. And you can imagine, of all the cities that exist in Uganda, we decided to select Mbarara. So, take advantage of the opportunity. I have seen opportunities. Most opportunities are competitive, where they give one person the top 3. They receive 1,000 applications, only 3 people benefit, something like that. Those are the typical opportunities. Grant, you apply 100 of you, you only hear. In fact, you don't even hear. Now here is an opportunity where, worst case is, the chance of missing is probably 50%. And the chance of winning is also 50%. It's like out of every two, one person will benefit. To me, it is really worth the try. And it's an opportunity. It may not be an opportunity that you may initially benefit, but probably somebody you look up to who has a business close to yours, or who you can go and, now since he has systems, you can go and learn from him because he went through the process. The same way you can have a brother who has gone through, and he will teach you if you are not there. So my recommendation is, you may not be there, but maybe your sister, your brother, your mother, your friend, relative is doing something, and you feel like if he benefits, indirectly you are likely to the opportunity.
Thank you very much. My question is, you said the training runs for 3 consecutive months, right? Yes, if they are running for 3 consecutive months, how? Online, one-on-one, physical? Would like to know about that. Thank you.
Okay. How the trainings are run. Okay. Any other question? Okay, let me answer that. So this is not your typical training where you come to class. You normally go to find your teacher, the way you came here to find us. In the program, the teacher comes to you. That's number 1. And 2, he does not come every day. And he does not stay the whole day. When he comes, it's like a coach. Have you ever had a coach? Have you ever seen this coach who trained runners? Okay? He comes and says, okay, run. Says, okay, now I want you to go and practice your sprint, how you land the leg. I'm going to come after 1 week to check. They give you a milestone. Okay, so for example, when they come, they will install and show you how to input the data. So you go get your historical data and input. Okay, so they will show you, give you time. Then they will come and check, okay, now since you have, okay, maybe there are some mistake or whatever, they correct and say, okay, now improve on this. You get, so it will be, it's not, and in fact, you will be aligning on the schedule. Is Tuesday okay? Okay, Tuesday, midday, okay. Come, handle. Are we together? So it is not where you say, okay, Monday to Friday, we don't want you to focus on business. You are in class, you are doing account. Is now the data bit, there's the analytical bit, there's the evaluation in terms of pricing, whatever, different aspects, then the different ratios, how capable are you if you wanted loan, to what level can you absorb? So they're different and they're phased. So in each, you'll be coming, guiding. So each phase, once you move to another phase, you will have mastered that phase. Are we together? Yes, sir.
I have 17 minutes left, so.
Thank you. Mine is a very small question.
Yes, sir.
Here you talk of programs or systems. Now, are you allowed to choose, or whatever they bring is what you go by? Because some companies might be having the softwares already, and they might want the opposite, the other one, so that they can compare. So if you are using a certain software and they come and they have the same software again, are there options, or that is what you go by? Thank you.
That's a very good question. Now, you see, this gentleman is very technical. I'm sorry, I prefer referring to the name. What was the name? Godfrey. Mr. Godfrey is technical. He even knows the variety that is there and the options. Okay? Now, many of us are not in that level. We can say now, why don't I do this? Okay? So we're using one product, but 2 versions. One product, 2 versions. Standardized, where we've gone deep, not just knowing how to use whatever. We've gone so deep in terms of how to maximally utilize that software. Okay? So that is how far we've gone. So when they come, they will go, it may be the usual software you see, which I said is QuickBooks, which you may find quite a good number of you may even be having people who know how to use. But do they understand how to use it? So there is knowing and there is understanding. So here we've taken to the level of understanding, where they'll be able to go deep and evaluate aspects that are very critical into your decision-making process. Are we together? That is why sometimes you may have, but you will realize that there is something more they are bringing on the table. And we've actually spent a lot of time to evaluate
a company, but the one who you trained now is working with another company. So you mean
it brings me to part of finance, and it is like a skill. You have to go through a training to know how to deal with finance. So we've been facing challenges.
She asked that the system they have, that it enables the boss or anyone in charge to view transactions, to view what is in stock, wherever they are, whether they are in Kenya, whether they are in the UK, and so on. So her question was, does this system, the QuickBooks, also allow people to view, irrespective whether they are at the company or wherever they are?
One last question, if it is there. Because after this, I'm closing the question and answer session.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the question. Data and quality of the data, field team and whatever. So it's interesting that some of the questions that are coming are making me give you even how the approach to the assignment is for the experts. Before they even come, there are quite a number of things they reach out. Okay. There is actually some details they gather in terms of how you gather, how it basically prior, so that when they come, those aspects will have already been handled. So how they support is we've done an initial assessment how things are. Prior to the expert, there are some aspects they will actually ask you to provide. When they come, usually they come to start filling the different gaps. Now, that aspect of human error or lack of understanding in terms of what to fill are some of the things that they will support you on in the initial days. Are we together? As I said, I understand there are so many systems. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with exploring the different systems that exist. The program is not here to say this is the only system or that is the only system. The program is here because we've trained them. You see, there's specialization. There's some level of specialization. When you say, I am going to work, you people who watch football, I know it's not season of football, but those ones of you who watch football, that one who plays in front and his leg is for scoring, you do not put him in the defense to defend. You put him near the goal because he shoots, he may score his own keeper. So you allow him to play there. So the same way, there are so many different systems. But we have decided to, for this particular program, to specialize in QuickBooks in these sectors that we are actually reaching out to you on. Now, we've taken time to go deep because you can know a system, but you cannot, in many cases, some do not understand. They know how to use. This is how you input data. You'll output reports. That's how most of us are doing. And what we are saying, we want to go deeper. Want you to maximize. You know, and we are not saying we are coming to teach you everything. Some of those things you know already. We shall just be refining whatever you already know. Are we together? Just refining what you already know. For those who already have. For those who don't have, you will actually know what you even don't know. Certificates after training. I will pass the message. I will pass the because it is a recommendation. And we shall certainly, you see, we thought the certificate would be now, the improved systems and whatever, but I will certainly pass the message. It's not something I can confirm or deny now, but it is a possibility. It is a possibility that we can provide certificates for all the companies that have been, because usually when you go raising finance, they won't ask for the certificate, they'll ask for the information that they have supported you in. So we assumed, but thank you for bringing that up. We shall certainly discuss internally and provide that. But it is a possibility. Are we together? It is highly possible because it's something that also gives you pride that you went through a certain program. So thank you for the suggestion. Hey, you want to add also on it? Okay, sir.
Thank you. What Imuka is coming with is very, very important. These systems, I've worked with QuickBooks from 1998 up to today. I've trained in universities, students doing accounting, finance management, BAF, and all that. QuickBooks is a very, very simple and good software. It has what we call in accounting fine ends. The small things that you don't expect to get from a software, QuickBooks provides that. I've worked with all versions from version 3, 4, 5. They started bringing in years. Now it is in years. 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. So what they are bringing, we should adopt it. It is very, very good. QuickBooks is a very good software. We've got two versions, one from UK, the other one is from USA. So we in Commonwealth countries, we use British version. Yeah, and the other thing is Tally. Tally also I've worked for from 2004 up to today. I've been using Tally, whether it's multi-user, single user, version 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to now, ERP. So these guys, we must support them. We should take it because what they are giving us is, the way you say it's expensive, it is true. It is expensive and you are getting for free and you manage your business. With QuickBooks, you don't need an auditor, you don't need anything, you don't need an accountant. You can do everything. It is online, you can view your records from anywhere in the world as long as you have the licenses, you've installed all the licenses. So thank you very much, Imuka. We are very happy. I'm an expert in these things, so I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Please give him a round of applause. So as we close, for those ones who have not signed up yet and would love to, we have a help desk there which can support you in filling the information. I think Philip will also give you a contact in case you also need to reach out for further information. We are available. We may not be physically available, but we have our friends who we work with that you can always reach out to. Also in conclusion, it is free to look at the books. Not all of them. These ones you can look at them and see if they make sense to you. For those ones who are interested, you may not need it now. Probably in the near future, or you will find when now they require, you may remember us and say, hey, by the way, there was something of this nature. Okay? But we have brought them because we want you to understand what we pay attention to and what we do when we work with the entrepreneurs. And these are all things geared towards helping you achieve your epic potential. And that's what we pay attention to. And we cannot bring you things that do not allow you to reach that level. And this is just one of those opportunities that we felt Mbarara should be able to experience and benefit from. Thank you very much for giving us the chance, for the opportunity. You are business people. We also value your time. So we do not take it for granted that you've made it to this workshop to actually get to know more about this opportunity. I would like to encourage you not only to embrace the opportunity and apply, but there is that friend of yours. There is that relative, that sister. He may be struggling or may not know. Share with them the opportunity. We are happy to share the details and the link for you to share. If they are interested, you can explain to them the way you've understood now, since you now understand the program. encourage them to apply. As I said, we just extended it from Kampala because the program will support over 150 businesses. And that's why we've brought it to Mbarara, at least to add beyond Kampala. So it is an opportunity that is available, but also there is a time limitation in terms of how far we can go. So for those ones who are able to get this information early enough, they will certainly benefit. Let us not delay, because on our side, the program has already started. We are just extending it this side. Okay? And thank you so much, and God bless you. Contacts are here. These banners have our contacts. You can always reach out to us. And I'm also available. I think I have a few cards which are also available. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Roy, for the presentation. And I believe for the good presentation. And I believe that now everyone is going home or back to your businesses when you know about what we are talking about. I would like to appreciate.
They don't have much, but at least if you need them, you can also get them.
I would like to appreciate everyone who allowed me to visit their premises, your companies, your area of work. Thank you so much. It wasn't easy for you to receive me, but thank you so much. I do appreciate. And those ones that haven't visited, I'm coming. My contact, if you want to note my contact, 0774 4510 54, 0702 510041, MTN 0774 4510 54, and Airtel, or which they used to call Walid, 0702 510041. The others for our office, this is direct line to our office, 0788 320 403. I repeat, 0788 320 403. That's direct line to our office. Or the Airtel line, 0709 708 459. I think you have our contacts. You can reach me personally every day, every time, apart from 8 p.m. until 8 a.m. But the other hours, even at 6, 7, you can reach me. Okay? And a reminder from my colleague here, sign up is still going on. So whoever, because I've seen a number of people or business people that I don't know, if you haven't signed up, please do approach me or the table there. We are waiting for you. And also don't forget the one-on-one meetings, the one for the interviews. If you haven't attended, those ones that are supposed to attend after this session, you will be directed where to go. It's within this place or behind there. And those ones that have already applied and we haven't reached you, they are those ones who are supposed to be interviewed tomorrow. You're on schedule for tomorrow. If I called you, or if my colleague Maureen called you, you are scheduled for tomorrow. and also on Saturday. There are those ones who are going to be met on Saturday. So anyone here, if you applied and I haven't contacted you or any of my colleagues, please do approach me so that I can fix your time so that you meet the validation team. I think that is it. If you haven't picked this flyer, please go with one. You can give it to a friend. Okay? Otherwise, thank you so much, and I wish you the best. Oh, I forgot one thing, sorry. I was told there's a vote of thanks. Okay? Oh, and also there's a photo, a group photo. I don't know how the photographer will take it because we are so many people, but we'll try to fit it.
Assuming someone cooked food for you, or assuming you cooked food for someone, or you gave something, a gift to someone, and this person just takes the gift, how would you feel? If you have given a gift to someone and they just take the gift, they walk away, how would you feel? So for that case, therefore, I can't take it for granted that we have these trainers, or we had this kind of workshop. You can see behind we have our brother directly from Chicago, someone putting gain, transport and do what? To come to Mbarara and sell this knowledge on a free cost. They even feed us. They even promise to give us still a free gift. For sure, we are so humbled. And please, if you can have, do we have Imuka offices in Mbarara? Not yet. So please, how I wish we can, because Mbarara, I think, is it next to Kampala in terms of development? So we can have offices in Mbarara, because if you see these businesses, and please, there are more businesses outside there, maybe they were not contacted because of, let's say, maybe they have just innovated something, maybe they are, how I wish. And when you started, you said, now this is Imuka house, yes, Imuka family, kind of. So if we can have this family housed in Mbarara, then it could be a great thing. So I'm Don James Katumba, and an innovator of Bit Fresh Yogurt, and the product is here on sale and on fair prices. Please, it is good for children. Don't go minus taking at least 1 liter. Thank you so much. But thank you, Imuka Access, and thanks, Philip. If Philip has not visited you, please get in touch with him. He's a father, he's a parent, he's an entrepreneur, everything he can add on. Thank you.
This man is selling me is spoiling my market. Okay, I think we should come for a group photo. Yes, I know guys want to rush and go to their business. Thank you so much, guys.